Welcome to the VIP section.
J baby, y'all. 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 The vibes. Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on, if you like all the hip-hop and the sports news, and you like everything that Shay Baby's bringing to the table. Make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibes. Yes, sir. We are back. Another day. If you haven't noticed, the days are Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for now. That's just until September because, you know, I'm going to be busy this summer. I checked the sound, make sure everything is good. We are up and running. That's a fact. Let's get a little jadakiss in there. We got some jadakiss smoke today, too. He talking some good talk.
What it is, baby. Kiss. Shout out to Shay Baby TV, the hottest shit on the internet. Giving flowers, showing love, no hate, no sucky shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You see, Nishi made me the little Shay Baby TV avatar up there. We'll keep him up there time after time. He will be up there. Tomorrow, I will make an official avatar. Yeah. Yes, sir. Shay Baby. I'll make a head of that. He'll be up there, so he'll be up there. I like that guy. Hopefully, we can start selling him. Maybe I should got a little Shay Baby toy. Yeah. And the microphone is a vibrator for you ladies. Nice. Shay Baby. Nice. Shout out to Dana over there on Facebook. I see you. Yeah. Shout out to Facebook. Facebook be rocking, man. Facebook be rocking. Panda, what's good? Oh, you like that guy? Okay, Panda. I see you. Yeah. You talking about that little avatar? Might be like I said, the microphone might be a vibrator. You know, never know. We might have to get those. There you go. Shay Baby. Yeah. Shout out to Panda Stay Chillin'. Dirty. Yes, sir. Let's smash them like buttons early. We got a nice show today. We're talking some talk. We got some Diddy's talk. We got Antman from the Timberwolves. He took an L last night, but he's talking a lot of talk. He's saying he's gonna win the series regardless. Yeah. Shout out to the Talking About It Supreme. They sent this to me. This is a fire sweater. That's a fact. Got the weed logos on it. Where's it at? Oh, right here. That's a fact. Yeah. Not the company Supreme. They didn't make it for me. It's a company in the Washington Heights. They called Talk. They made me want to say talk. See? Talk about it. Yeah. That's Supreme Gumbo. That's the weed strand. That's a fact. Yeah. All right, so let's get into it, man. Why wait, man? It's a lot of smoke. It's a lot of smoke. You know, we got a lot of talk today about this Diddy talk. You see Diddy up in jail. We definitely talking that Diddy talk today. Yeah. That's a fact. Diddy is he's center of all attentions right now with everything going on. He's all over YouTube, all over all types of social medias. Yeah. Diddy is him right now. Diddy is him right now, and so is Cassie. Cassie talking that talk. Yeah. That's a fact. So yesterday, right? I think I got it. Oh yeah, Gene Deal. Y'all know about Gene Deal. Gene Deal walks into the courts and he tells these YouTube bloggers, stay away from me. Don't even try it. Yeah, baby.
You a body slam my ass. But I'm gonna say, can we get a
How are
scoop?
you? I was just watching you last night. That's crazy. I just saw your
Hey
video.
sir, good morning. How are you? Happy Monday. Can we get a scoop on anything new?
So what brings you in today?
Anything that used to happen that you might have seen?
Wow.
That you just willing to say? Okay. We got a reaction. That's cool. I can deal with that.
Diva.
Right here.
Gee, if you've seen all of that and was at puppy parties,
Don't play with me, bro.
And you the same size as
Don't
Uncle
play
Phil,
with me.
and you the same size
Don't
as
play with me.
Professor Oprah P, and you the same size as Lucien Griez's Clyde Davis.
How you doing? Okay.
Why you want us to believe that you weren't letting them parties participate in that behavior, G? We heard everything you got to say on the line, G. G, are you a victim of Diddy?
Give him some space, y'all. Hold up. Okay, hold up.
Wait.
Are you testifying today?
Not at all.
You are. So why are you here? All right. Give him some
Because
space,
you were the
y'all.
original
Give him
person
some
that
space.
told us about Diddy for years.
Please give him some
I
space.
was never scared. And he never sued too. So tell us, why are you here?
Yes, this case is getting crazy. So we'll get into that later on. Gene Deal, you know, he did go to the court. I think he's on the stand too. So I think Gene Deal is going to play a major part in this case. Marquis, what's goody? I see you out there. Yeah, baby. All right, so let's move on. Benzino, we're going to get into this. He got a whole segment. Benzino talks a lot about the Diddy case. We're going to get into that. But until then, I want to show y'all my man Fabulous. Fabulous is outside right now. Fabulous is pretty much becoming an MMA fighter. Let's talk about it, Fabulous. That's a fact. So, I guess that's just a practice Fab want to practice. You know Fab ain't going to become no MMA fighter. You know, niggas just want to stay in shape. Niggas just want to get outside and do things. You think Fab's going to have to really use that MMA? Come on, he got security guards. He got wolves around him. He'll never have to get low on somebody and use MMA. He's just trying to get some exercise with a goat. That's a fact. Shout out to Fabulous. So, Antman. I never showed y'all this, but Antman told the Lakers, this is for you, OVO Fox.
You suck.
He told the fans his, you know what is bigger than yours. He said, you know what is bigger than yours. Ah! That's how you do it, Antman. That's how you do it. Tell them fans, get off it. Yeah. But did you see what they was asking him? They was asking him about his kids. Look.
We got 200 million. We got 200 million. We got 200 million. Hey! You suck.
That shit about the kids got to him. That shit about the kids got to him, man. I ain't gonna hold you. He told him, he said, yo, my dick bigger than yours. But that's how you shut them down. That's how you shut those people down. Because you know what? They may have the money, but they can't break no backs. They're miserable. You know, those people? Yeah, Johnny, it feels good being in a Bentley. But you got a 2-inch wiener, buddy. And your wife is cheating on you with a black man, buddy. You know what I mean? So they get mad when the black man tell them that. They get mad. Yeah. My shit bigger than yours. Now what? You got the bread, but you got an Oscar. You got a Oscar Minor wiener? Yes. That's what you got. Yeah, baby. Here we go. Now we back to what really hurts. You can't break no backs. You got the money, but you gotta hire escorts? It's nasty. Yeah, Shay Baby. Shay Baby don't need no escorts. If anything, give me more females. I'm breaking backs, B. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Shay Baby. I don't need no escorts. I wish I would beat off and watch the next man break a back. Nigga, get out the way. Let me show you how to really do this. Yeah, baby. Let's talk about it. Shamarcore, what's good? Dolores, that's a fact, Dolores. I only gotta talk the facts. That got me hot up in here. That got me hot up in here. Let's talk about it. I'm just saying, man. The whole escort game watching, like Anthony Edwards just said, yeah, I got these kids. My dick bigger than yours. Let's talk about it. Yeah, baby. Yeah, and that's what it all boils down to, man. You know, these niggas got the money, but they are very miserable. What's goody, Shay? Ain't nothing, Dolores. We here. Wednesday morning. Hump day, right? Yeah. Let's talk. Shay, baby. All right. So, let's stay with the sports a little bit because you know, your man Antman, he's in the playoffs. Yeah. Antman is in them playoffs right now. Shay baby. Now, yesterday, if you ask me, they started off good. Don Cooper was goody. Yeah. Let's roll my man Don Cooper out. You know, the VIP statuses get rolled out. Let's roll them out. Yes, sir! Yo, I don't know why they benched him like that in the fourth. I mean, he was playing bad. Don't get me wrong. He was playing, because he had 18 points, I think, at halftime. Or was it 12 points at halftime? I'm not sure which one it was. But he did not produce at all in the second half. That I do say. That is true. Shit, baby. So, benching the best player on the team, though, is not a good idea in the Western Finals. All right, so I got their press conference interview. Let's listen to it. Yeah, Antman got them shades on.
Feel like was working?
It's crazy.
And what did you feel like was working offensively for you guys in this game when it was working and when
niggas playing around at the press conference? They gotta be children.
What was working? Just making the right play, taking out shots. Yeah, I think that was pretty much what was working in the first half.
Julius, in the first half, I think he had 20 and really aggressive. The shot was going in. Did they adjust to you at all in the second half?
No, they didn't adjust to Randall. I watched the whole game. They went away from Randall. But they did put Caruso on him. Now, I gotta say, this Caruso dude, He locked down Joker-less? Is Caruso the ultimate big man lockdown? Is he? Yeah. Y'all got this little nigga with no hairline, with a headband on, killing y'all on the big man. How y'all keep letting this dude stop y'all, man? Shay baby. How they keep letting them stop him, Don? I'm confused. Let's get back to the press conference.
Or what changed for you half to half offensively?
I don't really think they did anything different other than just try to run me off the three-point line a little bit. I mean, that was really the only thing different. I mean, their defense is the same. They're heavy gaps, boxes and elbows. So I don't really think they did anything different. They just tried to get me off the three-point line, off my catch and shoots, and that was it.
Getting downhill, man, both of y'all, question for both of y'all. Getting downhill is kind of me, strong suit, from the last two series, and even just, kind of you guys' identity. What did you feel like, with their size coming into this matchup was the biggest adjustment that you guys had to make, given that you guys only had 20 points in the paint this game, coming off of, 72 versus Golden State in Game 5?
I mean, they clog the paint. That's what they do. They don't got much size down there, so.
Shout out to Nisha. She said she's watching on the Fire Stick. Let's talk about it, Nisha.
Yeah, I guess they just be clogging the paint. They put like 4 bodies in the paint, make you kick it out. So just keep making the right play.
Julius, what do you think changed defensively for you guys in the second half, or was it just a matter of them hitting more shots in the second half?
I mean, the first half, what was it, 48-44? So, I mean, it wasn't like it was a shootout in the first half, you know what I mean? So it's just, even if we're not making shots, we still got to defend at a high level. And, I mean, we gave them 32 in the third, and then the fourth, it got away from us, obviously, and gave them 38. But whether it's misses or makes, we still got to defend at a high level. And I think that was probably the difference in the second half. Obviously, we didn't shoot the ball as well as we wanted to tonight, but regardless of that, I mean, we really held them to 100 points into the end of the game. Obviously, where they made some baskets, so we gotta defend at a little bit better level in that third quarter.
And Dante was saying in the locker room that it seemed like they were throwing different looks at you guys every other possession on offense. Just how did it make it hard for you to read, or hard for the team to read, or just how did you kind of process their defense?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard to process because he's right. It was different. It was different every time. I mean, heavy in the gaps. Sometimes trap the ball screen. Sometimes don't. Sometimes just run and jump. It's kind of similar to like AAU. They remind me of like an AAU defensive team. Just run and jump, fly around. So it was pretty good. Good to get it out of our system in game one. So we'll be ready for game two. We should be ready.
Seems like one of the turning points in the game was when Jaden got his third and fourth fouls early in the third quarter. Did his absence affect you guys on either end of the court, do you think?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, he's the best defender we got, and they usually put the 5 on him, and we play through him in the pocket. And he makes the right play over and over again, and he's super aggressive. So when he's not on the floor, it definitely hurts for sure.
Is there anything about their style of play that is wearing over the course of a 48-minute game where, maybe you can handle it in the first half, but they keep coming with that style, it gets tougher as the game goes on?
No, not really. I definitely got to shoot more. I only took 13 fucking shots, but I'll say probably just get off the ball a little more, play without the ball. I think that'll be the answer, because playing on the ball, they're just going to double and sit in the gaps all day. So got to go watch some film and pick it apart. We'll figure it out.
Did your ankle affect your shooting at all?
Julius and just mentioned that, it's good to get it out in game one. It was kind of a similar situation against the Warriors. I mean, what do you draw from that, if anything, the way you guys were able to bounce back against them and take that series?
Nisha's in the building.
But we got to make it happen too. You know, we can't just be like, all right, we did it last series, so, you know what I mean, we're going to do it again. Like, this is a great team. They've been playing great basketball all year. So, I mean, good thing is we proved to ourselves that we can do it, but, you know, we got to make it happen.
And I know you said that the ankle's not bothering you, but of those 13 shots, you only took one in the paint all night. Is that more just the defense that they're throwing at you, or you're seeing something different, the explosiveness? That's not what we're used to seeing from you.
Yeah, they're just in the gaps. Yeah, it was kind of hard to get to the paint, honestly. I mean, regardless of that's my game, but they definitely took that aspect of my game away.
Shout out to Ike Martin. What's goody?
Good job to those guys.
And then Nas Reed said in the locker room he just felt like he liked the shots that he was getting, that Dante was getting, that Nikhil was getting. They just weren't falling. So as the two guys are sort of the leaders of this group, do you say something to them after this, or is it just keep shooting?
Yeah, they good. They know. They got great looks. Just couldn't make them. A lot of them went in and out. And that's going to help us. That's going to help me and Ju, you know, because they usually make those shots, so we're not really worried about them making shots. Yeah, they'll be all right.
Julius, was it as simple as they started making shots and you guys had trouble making shots? What was the difference from the first half to the second half?
I mean, yeah, that. You know, I said it before, our defense in the second half, you know, giving them, 35 a quarter, you know, we can't do that. You know, I'm always going to hold myself accountable. 5 turnovers is way too much. I can't do that. So, I mean, we can say it's misses and makes, and it is a miss and make league, but regardless, we got to defend at a high level, and especially on the road. So, yeah.
And this is only your guys' third loss of the postseason. I remember after the first loss against the Lakers, you said you were a little bit confused. Remember there was like, oh, it's like a zone. After the loss against the Warriors, you said you understood post-game. You're like, I understood what I need to do next game to apply it. Where are you kind of on that spectrum? Like, do you feel like you know what the answers are to attack it next game? Yeah.
I feel great. Yeah. Yeah, they're just in the gaps and double team all day, so should be all right.
He tight.
The ball a little more.
He tight. He ain't sitting in the gaps. They double team all day. He mad. Listen, I'm a basketball player. When niggas double, it's sort of disrespectful. You cowards. Cowards. Yeah. Got two people on me. Cowards. Now, the other team could double team too, because let's keep it real. That dude, Shea, he killed them last night. He killed them. Yeah. But I can see where Antman is coming from, calling them cowards, double teaming, saying it's bigger than yours, all of that. Ha!
Should be good.
Yeah, baby. Oh, that's it. That was it. So we got to hear Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle press conference after the game last night. Now, the Knicks. This is the thing about the Knicks. The Knicks are on tonight. Shout out to New York Knicks. Matter of fact, let's get a little Jalen Brunson in here. Go, New York. Go, New York. Go. All right, so y'all know I'm a Celtics fan. Y'all know they took my Celtics out. Yeah. But I did say, if the Knicks beat the Celtics, I'm going for the town. I'm going for the town. Yeah. I'm going for the town. Now, I wanted to show y'all this. It's going to be nasty in New York tonight. Check this out. Fan gets beat up Pacers. Check this out, man. I saw this yesterday on Facebook. This is why, you know, the sport fans, I feel like you guys are taking it too far. I understand the Knicks ain't been to the playoffs, and to the Eastern Finals maybe in 10, 15, 20 years. We understand that. Shout out to the Knicks. But this right here is uncalled for. Check out what they did to this thing.
Harry's house.
She's trying to save the day. Oh, shit.
Yo. Oh. Nah. Look. Oh. Oh. That's nasty. That's what I'm trying to say. That's too much. That's too much. New York fans, y'all are going too far now. New York fans, y'all are going too far. I understand. I understand the moment. Trust me. I understand. It's crazy. But I'm sorry. Patricia, how you doing, boo-boo? Shout out to Patricia. Let's lower her sexy behind out, man. Shout out to the lovely Patricia. Y'all see her butt lighting up green. She's a supporter. I love her. That's my boo. That's a fact. Shout out to her. All right, so look. Back to y'all New York fans. Y'all are some nasty. Y'all are the nastiest fans in the business. This is the worst.
Oh! Tyrese help.
Nah.
So she's trying to save the day. Oh shit.
But look.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Look. Nah. No. On God, word of my mother. Word of my mother. If they do that to me, I'm not saying I'm beating up the whole New York City, but you gotta wild out. You gotta pick something up. You gotta do something. Rip this jersey off at that point. Like, fuck y'all niggas. Rip the shirt off like, here. Y'all can have it. You gotta wild out something. You can't just let the nasty New Yorkers hit you in the head with garbage. They hit the nigga in the head with the garbage, and all types of rats was running on that, man. They did him nasty, fam. That's the nastiest I ever seen in the sports field. That's worse than you Cowboy fans. My brother, 2 years ago, he goes to the Cowboys game with a Giants jersey on. I said, Tony, you was wilding for that. This is why I try to tell him that this is crazy. I'm sorry. Something got to give. You can't just hit me in the head with dirty garbage that rats ran on in New York City. They threw 3 garbage bags at him, and a dude bust him in the face with the top of the garbage can. That's nasty, man. That's nasty. I'm not even lying. New York fans, y'all are the worst, fam. Y'all are the worst. Then look what they did to the Boston fan. They're the nastiest. New York Knicks fans get crazy on Boston fans. Watch, look. Gets crazy. New York, I ain't gonna lie, the Knicks, the way they got the crowd looking, the Knicks looking like, okay, this is how it looks in the garden. That's how it looks in the garden. Niggas on top. He up on. Yo, it's crazy in New York. Look at this. I can't lie. If the Knicks lose, that it's gonna get a riot in New York City. It's gonna be a riot regardless. If the Knicks win, it's a riot. If the Knicks lose, it's a riot. Them fans are looking. This is looking like the Corona. Remember, during the Corona, they started running up in the stores. They might do shit like that if the Knicks win it. Yeah. I'ma be real. Niggas in New York is looking for any reason to get crazy. Shit, baby. Imagine if they win the chip, straight riots. I know. Paul, and this is the thing. They have a good shot. If they can beat the Zesty Pacers tonight, they got a shot, my dude. Yeah. Let's look at them Pacers walking into the game tonight. The Indiana Pacers getting off the bus, walking into the game. They real zesty, them Pacers. Hold on. Halliburton has something to say about that. Hold on, let's see what he said.
If you suffer.
Hold on. That's crazy. Yeah, Halliburton, you know that's crazy. Hitting fans in the head with garbage cans?
Everybody's seen the video. So, man, we want to bring you out here. And, yeah, man, I'm really excited about that. So
You in, Hans? I believe that's on Tuesday. You're able to make the trip. I know scheduling, obviously, as a firefighter or something.
You know, I gotta talk to the guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure we could work something out where I could come see that.
Hey, make sure that's first class.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
That's the dude who got hit in the head with the garbage can. They brought him on with Halliburton. Look.
Right after the Knicks beat the Celtics in Game 6 to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals, they obviously took the party to the streets, and a New York firefighter who's an Indiana Pacers fan decided to rock a Tyrese Halliburton jersey on the streets, and Knicks fans, as you can see, were throwing things at him. Halliburton saw the video, and here's what he had to say to that Pacers fan.
Pat told me he found you yesterday, called me. I said, I got to get on the show and talk to him myself. I want to personally bring you and a +1 out here to come to Game 4 here in Indiana. I'll bring you guys out here, put you guys up, get you guys to the game. The Pacers, everybody in our organization wants to make sure you're taken care of. All the team's excited to meet you. It's all we've been talking about. Everybody's seen the video. So, man, we want to bring you out here. And, yeah, man, I'm really excited about that. So
Okay, so they gave him free tickets. So you want to give me free tickets to go back to the game to get the shit beat out of me again? Where's the money? Where's the money? I don't want the tickets. I already proved I'm a loyal fan. They beat the shit out of me in New York City, fam. You want to give me more tickets to go back to get beat up again? Nasty. I don't ever want to go back there again wearing the Pacers jersey. You want me to do it again? Now, mind you, this is a New York City firefighter. He could save these people's family from dying from a fire in New York City, and you hit him in the head with a goddamn garbage can because he's a Pacers fan? That's crazy, man. Knicks, y'all nasty Knicks. Knicks, y'all are the nastiest. I try to tell you, if the Knicks continue to win, it's going to get nasty in New York City. Now, this is what scares me. Do the NBA say, make sure the Knicks don't win because we can't afford nobody getting hurt from the West Coast? Imagine them. It's going to get nasty, fam. I'm telling you. The closer it gets, the fans are going to get wilder. Tonight, if the Knicks lose and you wear a Pacers jersey to that game and you are outside, you are definitely catching a 187. You are definitely getting the shit beat out of you tonight if you try to go to that game with a Pacers jersey on tonight and the Knicks lose game 1. Tom, what's good? Ryan Clifton, what's poppin'? Charles, my dude, is lit in here today. That's a fact. Shout out to the family. Doug Williams, what's goody? Ain't no way, Doug? Doug, go try it out, Doug. If you from the city, go put that Pacers on tonight. Go put that Pacers on tonight. That's a fact. As a matter of fact, in the next intermission, I'm going to show you how real it is. Matter of fact, let's get it in now. Pause. Let's get it in, pause, and then we're going to come back to this. Wait till I come back in the next intermission. All right, so you know what? Let's leave that picture right there. Cassie and the family as I go get the what you don't want to do tonight, I'm going to show y'all what you don't want to do tonight. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, Knicks fans. Yeah, Knicks fans. You don't want to show up with that Pacers hat on tonight. Let's go. Let's talk about it. You don't want to. You come there like this tonight. You go home, bitch. You go home. I feel sorry for you if you go there tonight with a Pacers hat or jersey on tonight. You definitely go home beat down. That's a fact. We're gonna wear the Pacers hat for the rest of the show. That's a fact. We're gonna rock these Pacers for the rest of the show. Here we go. Let's talk about it. Alright, so let's move on, man. It's Diddy time. It's Diddy. It's Diddy. Alright, it's Diddy time, man. Benzino popped out yesterday, and he had a lot to say about the Diddy case, man. Y'all see Diddy on trial, man. They got these AI pictures and these drawings. He's just looking crazy in these streets. It's time to get this moving. Benzino, he said Diddy would have to see me if this happened to my daughter. Let's talk about it, Benzino. Hold on, let's get this one out of there first. There it goes. Oh, okay. Here we go. I think this is the Benzino one.
What's going on, y'all? Day 6 of the Sean P. Diddy Combs trial. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Oh no, we're gonna get to that. That's people at the what's going on at the court case. They got live footage. We're gonna get to that. But let's talk about Benzino first. I think this is the one with Benzino.
She's a skinny little
Here
thing,
we go.
a young thing, thinking that she's doing the right thing just to get a record deal. And he took it further than anybody. I can't be down with that.
Yes.
It ain't real life.
All right.
Because right now, you know, the world is watching what is they consider is the trial of the century. And again, from the 90s to the 2000s, we're about to go back in the time frame here where a lot of things are being let out regarding to Sean Puffy Combs. And I just got to get your take on it because today is day 2 of the trial. And Cassie was testifying. First of all, let me ask you, did you believe Cassie was ever going to go up there and talk about their 11-year relationship?
She had to at that point because the whole case was built really off of her civil suit. At that point, and especially her winning, I'm sure, you know, they
smash
they
them
let her
like
know
buttons.
you
It's about
have
to get
do
crazy.
almost like you
He
owe us.
definitely
You know what
right,
I'm saying?
Charles.
The things that came out today, look, you know, you want to wait until the entire
That's a fact,
process
Dolores.
is done, but I see what the prosecutor's doing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, whoever Cassie's dad is, like, I mean, where the fuck is he at? You know what I'm saying? Because if that was my daughter, boy, I'm killing up shit. After hearing this, I'm tearing shit up. Like, you know, she was young, bro. Like, this is what men gotta realize. Because, you know, a lot of people, everybody's got their feelings. Everybody got their opinions. And I had my opinions before this one too. But this is like, man, the stuff that I heard today. When you're a young girl and you're an older guy, you have the knowledge, especially when you have money. You know you can be very impressionable on anybody and anything. The shit that Cassie talked about today, there's just no excuse for it. I can't. There's no excuse for it. She's a skinny little thing, a young thing, thinking that she's doing the right thing just to get a record deal. And he took it further than anybody. I can't be down with that. I can't. Ain't no fucking way, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking way. You got
Crazy.
niggas pissing in her mouth till she choke. And then if she don't do it a certain way, you take another room and beat the shit out of her.
Crazy.
Ain't no fucking way, bro.
It's hard to hear
Imagine
from.
how would Diddy felt if one of his daughters was see you always got to do the shoe on the other foot, man. What if that was one of Diddy's daughters getting done like that by somebody? How would Diddy feel?
Yeah, his daughter walked out from
Bro,
the testimony.
she shouldn't have been there in the first place. Like,
Shout
bro,
out to Kaylee Jane. What's good,
bro.
boo?
In my opinion, I think he's cooked.
Harlem Romeo, what it is?
I think he's cooked.
One thing
I can't.
He
I
said
can't
Diddy's
see
cooked.
anybody up there because again, even if she liked it, even if she whatever the fuck it was, that man had the influence for that young little girl, impressionable girl, to do whatever he want. And instead of the influence to do right by her, he did her dirty. Ain't no fucking excuse. I don't give a fuck. If it was my daughter, I'd be tearing shit up. You know, my daughter's in the industry. Bro, like, I'm wondering where's Cassie's father at? The uncles, like, what the, like, bro, like, you know, what people would understand is the human mind is fragile. The human mind is, man, everybody's mind's different. She came in there square. She came into the picture square. Like, she didn't have any training. She didn't have no guide, no training for this. This couldn't have, the things that happened to her couldn't have been a while. Of course, if you give her a drug and she likes it, oh, she likes it. You know? Of course, if you say of course, she's only doing it because of love of you. But she'll also do dope shit if you would have told her to do dope shit. So you use your influence to let other motherfuckers do that to her for your pleasure? Nah. I can't. I got a daughter.
Shout out to Marupa.
I got young
Mackenzie. He said Benzino's too old, acting crazy.
If I ever heard that they did that shit to my kids, I'm tearing shit up.
Yeah,
he said he tearing shit up.
And I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna go to jail proud and happy. Man. I'm gonna go to jail happy as fuck. I'm gonna marry my girl. I'm gonna get conjugal visits, and that's gonna be my home. Yeah.
Yeah. Her husband was there as well, and I know she has
That's
two
crazy.
children now, and it's crazy because this is gonna.
So that's a scoop right there. Benzino said if this was him, it would be an issue out there with Diddy. He said because if that was his daughter, you'd have to. And that's a fact, man. If you got a daughter, you understand that. That's why I say this is crazy. You know, look at Cassie. Cassie, you know, after all the devilness that she did with this and acting like she was all innocent in this, you know, she has 3 babies. They're all girls. So now she's got to put up with that too. She's got to put up with that too. That's what they say. When you do dirt towards women, you have girls. That's it. Yeah. Now, here we go. This is what's going on in the court cases, though. Outside. They got the footage of outside. What's going on,
y'all?
Let's do it.
Day 6 of the Sean P. Diddy
Day
Combs
6.
trial. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
It look crazy out there, y'all.
Make sure y'all go to my YouTube so that y'all can keep up. She was like, it's hard, but it just came out fake because she was like, you know, I try to suppress all these things and it's just hard to recall things. And then, you know, as I remember them and as I recall it, it's just like, girl.
Oh my God. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Bugatti NYC. I work with Gene Deal. I got my own show called Our Bottom Line. Check me out every day on YouTube, 6 o'clock until. Right now, we over here with the Real Rap Show, giving you guys an exclusive on this content right now. Where basically, nobody know it, but we basically got Gene his own liquor. It's called Wanted Dead or Alive. Gene Deal his own liquor, 40 proof, Wanted Dead or Alive, Tennessee bourbon.
Tennessee bourbon.
And basically what we did was we wanted to give back to real content contributors, people that actually really got stuff going on. And Gene is a personal friend of mine. Long story short, when I was a young kid, I went to Booker T Junior High School 54, and Gene was there as a counselor. I was about to get jumped by like 15 Dominicans. I was in the weight room working out. They chased me out the weight room all the way to where Gene was standing. So imagine me running up to a big guy like yo, help me out. And Gene was like, no, I'm not going to let y'all jump him. Y'all got to fight him one-on-one. So nobody wanted to give me the one-on-one. Ever since then, I remember Gene because he was the one that held me down. When we got older, I noticed him on the internet. I saw him do. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the same guy? So I've been doing liquor for about 15 years. I started brands like Scissor, many other brands like Grand Lenare with Little Flip. And basically the liquor that you guys see with Cameron, with Jim Jones, who was sipping on some Scissor, myself, Vincent Viola, and another person named Richard DeChico, we basically created that liquor, gave it to Jimmy, and then after that, Cameron came on board with the alcohol as well. But long story short, I've been doing liquor for about 15 years. I said to myself, yo, that's that dude that looked out for me. So NYC, get him.
There you go. This is what we want to see. G Dill shows up at the court date. Shout out to G.
We seen all of that. It was at Bucket Gardens.
Don't play with me.
And you the same size. And you the same size. as Professor O.
Look, G tell the reporters don't play with him.
Actually, we're just finalizing it. WantedDeadOrAlive.com. But also,
G's a real one.
First, right here from the Real Rap Show.
This way. This moment, you heard everything. You know it's gonna be
a big dog, bro. Everybody want to see G. Everybody want to see Big G.
Big G!
You are. So why are you here? Tell us.
All right, give him some space, y'all. Give him some space.
Told us about Diddy for years.
Give him some space.
And was never scared. And he never sued too. So tell us, why are you here then?
All right, watch our backs, y'all. Watch our backs.
A shout out to Libra King, seeing for himself. All right, Gene, thank you so much. Are you going to be here for the rest of the
There
week?
they had all the YouTubers out there.
All right, Gene, listen, I need an exclusive interview.
All right, wait.
Yeah, G!
Yeah,
G!
We got that bourbon popping off right now with Big G. Tell us about this Dead or Alive. Y'all gonna get that real soon. Y'all already know Tennessee official. Look for it real soon in stores. Promoting it all over. But we also got
It's crazy out there. Look at all the YouTube niggas. I wish I would go out there. Never.
Can I do a quick drop? FamerTube.com. FamerTube. That's what's up. All right, yeah, y'all. We got the Wanted Dead or Alive bourbon coming out real soon. This is not the only time you're gonna basically see them. You're gonna see them much more than this. We're gonna be doing a lot of in-stores. You guys look forward to seeing that. You guys saw the bourbon already on I don't think the process. Art of the Dialogue. So look forward to seeing it.
That's all I know. And Jay, can you shout out to T. Harris and Kelly? I really like those guys.
Let's see what's going on out there. Let's see what's out there.
Sit and watch your seats smell. You're sweating funny, but Eddie Moran's drop like so get ready to go Betty Bob. Because I am ready for war, ready for rock.
It's crazy out there.
Ready for skills to get ill as I rip it more compatible, acrobatical, Asiatical, vatical, vitical, lyrically ill as a drop acid. It doesn't matter how these dudes out here sound from a closed casket. I know you see a bite follow me, because I'm sporty. I swallow
Oh, Don, it's
7
nasty
ounces
out
like
there,
a barrel,
Don.
like a 40 ounce or an 80 ounce. I got 6 and 700.
A New York City rat! They showed a New York City rat.
All right? Bring them home. Spotify, all platforms.
Hold on, we
You can
gotta
find
see
my
the New York
videos
City rat.
on Miss Knockout TV. I got new music coming out. I just started producing my own beats. The last 5 years, I got 500 beats in the chamber. We just gonna rock.
She said she got 500 beats in the chamber.
All my publishing, I write all my stuff. Everything comes to what? Me. Why? Because it's about ownership. All right?
I mean, she talking facts. It's lit out there, Harlem. I'm trying to see that New York City rat again. There you go. That's the real cameo. The New York City rat. Wow. Just chilling, having a good time, looking for Diddy. Even the rat want to get inside. a man that's supposed to be going to jail. They're trying to put him away for life. Niggas is going to here like this is a club. That's why I say I can't go out there. This is nothing to... Like, I see all these YouTube niggas. They trying to eat. I'm not mad at them. But this is not a club. Nigga going to jail.
That's really going in on some of the inconsistencies when you take place. So there were moments today where the defense was asking Don Sharp to remember Danity came, and another group that Holmes had from 2004 to 2011. And what we heard today was Don Sharp admitting that she...
David is a guy who used to be one of us assistants. He was an assistant for personal assistant for 2 years.
Why is it so packed out
right
there
now
like
they're
this?
just going through conversation. They talk to Perry Morgan. They talk to Dawn Sharp today. David. I think at this point it's just them trying to everything that we've been told up to this point from Cassie and now from Dawn Sharp. They are trying to. They're using other witnesses to just verify certain things. That's a lot of what's happening today.
Okay, and how did Dawn do?
All right, let's get to the real scoop now because they wildin'. Okay, here we go. This dude right here got the real scoop because he's outside. He's at the courtroom and he breaks it down. What's really going on? Here we go.
After that, he said that Diddy wanted him to bring Cassie some food to the London. So he brought us some Roscoe's chicken and waffles. He made a joke about that. It was funny. But then he was making a joke, but then he got a little choked up. They said, so what happened? Who answered the door? He said, well, when I brought the food, I went upstairs because I would do like, I'll set the rooms up. Like, you know what I mean? So, but he went upstairs, but Cassie didn't answer the door. They said that he kind of just opened the door and Cassie was laying there.
And you got to understand, we're using this guy because this guy's at the courtroom. He's in there. He's sitting down in the courtroom. He's watching the whole case.
With the blanket up to her face to the side. And I'm thinking, well, does she have a black eye? Does she have something? I don't know.
That's a fact, Panda.
And he got choked up. I'm thinking, what the fuck happened? He was like, have you ever seen Cassie sleep like that before? That's what the prosecution said. They was like, no, I've never seen Cassie sleep like that before. She usually sleeps on her side. This time she was sleeping on her back. And there was a man naked that scurried off like a rat or a roach in the night that I guess he didn't want. And he said the man was well endowed. So there was a big black man, kind of medium to caramel complected, well endowed, scurrying along naked around the hotel room while Cassie is laid out asleep with a blanket like this up to her. So he said Cassie was like this. He said Cassie was naked, sleep like this, with the blanket up to her like this, laid back. And he got choked up about that. What the fuck is he so choked up for about that? She sleep. I'm thinking he's going to say she got a black eye. She done got knocked out. I don't know what he was trying to say. So I don't know if he was saying she was just so drugged out. I don't know what choked him up about that. So then he heard
looks,
the
Lateef.
shower running in the back. I'm assuming Diddy was in the shower. So anyway, he dropped the food off and he left. They said, did you ask Diddy about it? He said, no. They said, why not? They said, well, that's not my business. I don't get into, Mr. Combs' personal affairs. Whatever he does, that's his business. That's not my business. I don't ask. And you remember, they used to tell David James, remember D-Rock, Bonds, Roger Bonds, Uncle Paulie, they would tell David, stay in your motherfucking lane. Like, don't ask no questions, white boy. You know what I mean? So, he decided to stay in his lane. And here's a little quick about too. I also have that blog that Diddy saw. It was on Lipstick Alley. So they asked it, who directed you to set up hotel rooms, like to advance the rooms? Now, this is some rich. I'm gonna be honest with you. Although Diddy lives a freaky lifestyle, y'all probably not gonna like this, but as freaky as it sounds, it also sounds very expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like there's just certain things that I want to try, and maybe not so far. And like, well, number one, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm definitely gonna heat me up some oil next time. And I'm gonna oil down the next time I do a session. I want to see like what is the oilty given. That's number one. And then number two, I want to do it with like a Diddy light and a mood light and a candle and heated oil and shit like that. I think I want to try that too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think I'm gonna get freaked out like that. I mean, maybe not the escorts and stuff like that, and maybe like the full-fledged beat downs and stuff. But I'm gonna do me a little oil.
A little oil.
Okay. I'm going to get me a little oil. I'm going to heat that up, and I'm going to glisten and see what that gives. I want to try that. And
all right, I need to ask y'all. Does the chat? We need to know. Chat. Let's talk about this chat. Should we be interluding? Should we be getting into the oily sex life? That's what this guy is saying. The oily sex life might be good. What is so up with this baby oil? What's up with the baby oil? That's what my man want to know. I feel him. Hold on, let's go back to him.
I think I want to get to a point where I can have somebody advancing my hotel rooms. Like, as we're getting into it, I'm like, what is an advancement of a hotel room? This sounds like some rich shit. So, I will get into the advancing of the hotel room in a second. So David's job would be to, book the hotel rooms, and he would book the hotel rooms under Frank Black, okay? And then he would advance the hotel rooms. And they were like, well, what is advance the hotel rooms? Now, listen, now take Diddy out of it and just think about the money. So advancing the hotel room means getting the rider together. If you guys know what a rider is something that people with money or people on an advanced level or advanced level people, and that's a new word I'm learning in court, advanced level. So advanced level people, they have riders. So if you go to a booking, you go to a show, you get a green room, a backstage area. What do you have in your rider? Maybe I like, a bunch of Smirnoff Ices. Maybe I want a little deodorant. Maybe I like Smart Waters in there. Maybe I want 50 buckets of fried chicken. Maybe I want my favorite M&Ms, but I only want the green ones. And then I want to have Listerine packs, or I only want double mint gum. Like, whatever it is that you're going to accommodate me to make me feel good. So you get the rider together, and then you just bring your personal items from home. The person that advances the hotel room, which will be your assistant, they bring some of your whatnots and personal items from home, so that when you go into the hotel, you are already comfortable. So things that he would bring, like he would have it before Diddy would even get there, he would advance the room with Diddy's favorite goodies and candies. Then he would also bring like a Jordan sweatsuit. He would bring underwear, socks, a Bluetooth speaker, applesauce, his favorite toiletries, everything you need to feel comfortable. Okay, these things would be set up before the guests got there, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's fab! Oh, that is fab! That is classy!
Yes, it is.
That's classy.
That's like you get to the hotel room. It's like so you're at home still.
And so he would do stuff like that, and then of course the prosecution. They said, "Well, would you bring anything else?" They said, "Well, we'd bring a medicine bag." And they said, well, what kind of medicine bag? It was like his personal LV bag. Now, if you guys have been following me, you guys know the little black LV bag had all the shit in it. You know what I'm saying? The good stuff. So the little LV would be in the LV bag? He said it would be like $10,000.
Polo P was goody.
Like at least $10,000.
Good looks, my boy. You know you family.
Security guard would carry the bag most of the time. then he'd have like a little medicine, and is in the medicine little packet would be 20 to 30 bottles of pills.
What?
I'm not taking all them pills. They said, well, what kind of pills would be in there?
Pills.
He said, oh, everything. He'd have Viagra, butane or Bucacet. I don't know what that is. Ecstasy, Percocets, sperm pills, water pills, because he's trying to lose a little weight. This is the man saying. He'd have his water pills in there, the Tylenol. So had everything. He had health pills. He had the freak off pills. He had the headache medication. He had the Viagra. He had everything. Okay. Then they asked him, who would be responsible for replenishing the product as it, kind of wore down? He said, I would replenish the product and, I would use, and they said, and who would pay for it? He said, well, I would just use my money. I would pay for it and then I would get it back reimbursed, with a check, so I would pay for it and then they would pay out of Bad Boy. They would pay me back if Diddy needed me to go run to the store to get some toiletries or get things like that. And he said he would get it reimbursed and he would do it through the company. And they said, were there other things that you didn't get reimbursed for through the company? He said, well, yes. And he said, well, what? They said, he goes, what do you think it is? Now, let me ask you. Let me see what y'all think it is. Somebody say it loud. Oh, I heard it. That's what he said. Baby oil.
Baby oil.
So he would buy, this is a separate tab and it's only paid with cash. Baby oil, Astroglide. And he would be reimbursed through cash. So because Diddy didn't want that to be on paper on the books. And so he would go to the security guard and the security guard would give him, X amount of dollars to buy, maybe 1,000 bottles or maybe 500 for the weekend, 500 bottles of baby oil, 60 bottles of Astroglide and whatever else he needed. And you would do that with cash. Then they would reimburse you with cash.
That's crazy.
And they said, well, did Diddy ever stay alone in these hotels or would he be alone or whatever happened? And then the guy said, I don't ever think Mr. Combs stayed alone. So that let me know that Diddy was never staying alone. Diddy never likes to be alone. He's always got a freak off or a freaky situation happening or just people around. But one thing for sure and two things for certain, there's going to be baby oil and Astroglide in every corner where Diddy lays his head, period. Okay? So there's that. And if there was anything going on, he said Diddy would just text him in the middle of the night, whatever. If
shout out to the YouTube Police Department.
While he was there. One time they were in Miami and Diddy asked him to bring an iPad on the room. He knocked on the door to give him an iPad. He said no one answered. So he opened the door. Oh, this is the one. Cassie had on a white comforter up to her neck and she didn't move. And an unknown man was in the room with a large dick and long hair while Diddy was in the shower.
What? What?
James says that he doesn't talk to Cassie or Diddy about their personal life, so he never brought it up. He also said that he would go pick up the drugs for Diddy. So sometimes, when we got the pill bottles and the Percocets and stuff, so he would go to the pharmacy and pick up the prescription. Because sometimes they'd be in the name of Frank Black. This is obviously written by, a doctor. Or sometimes Diddy would put the pills in his name. And they said, well, did Diddy tell you that? He said, no, I never knew. He never asked me. He would just say, the pills are in your name, just go grab the pills. And he would do it. So you see now how he's starting. Now, if you listen to me in the beginning, you see how he's a little bit a part of the racketeering and the enterprise. So this is why he needed the immunity, but we're going to keep going. They said, well, where did you get the drug? Like, who would give you the drugs? And the guy, One Stop, came up again. One Stop was also the drug man and had everything. They said, well, did Diddy do drugs all the time? Like, how often did Diddy do drugs? The man said Diddy did drugs every single day.
Damn.
He said Diddy would do a Percocet every day. They said, would he be working and doing his business with Percocets, off of Percocets? He said Diddy would take Percocets every single day. During the day, he would conduct business with Percocets. During the night, he would take Barack Obama-shaped ecstasy pills.
Wow.
I don't know what the kink is with the Barack Obama pill, but at night, he would do ecstasy, but they was the shape and had the face of Barack Obama.
Damn.
That's some interesting shit. I'd never seen that before.
Wow.
What does a Barack Obama ecstasy look like? And what does that do?
It gets you crazy.
So
the Barack get you to the next level, freak off status.
So then they also said, well, did Diddy ever have you get drugs for a friend? Or did you ever do anything? He was like, well, there was this one time where we were in San Tropez. Diddy's friend requested an 8-ball of cocaine.
Wow. They going in on Diddy.
Another time, a person wanted a pill, and Diddy sent him to grab a pill for his friend. So he did do a little, transactions, for Diddy's friends. He would go get cocaine and get little pills, and they would get fucked up, and he would be the runner. They said, well, James, have you ever done drugs with Mr. Combs? James said, well, yes, I think, but not with Mr. Combs. He said that he had the night off.
It's a fact, Tom.
They said, well, what happened? He said, well, I was Diddy bopping around the house at Diddy's party, and I went into Diddy's little bag and grabbed one of the Barack Obama pills and popped it. Could you imagine this white man sitting up there? Now he done got into Diddy's purse and popped the ecstasy pill at the party, and he said that he was up there just tripping out. Diddy bopping at the party. I mean, he was high as shit. He said he was high than a motherfucker. He was in there. He said it was so out of character for him. Crazy. He said Diddy would have people camp filming like throughout the house for the parties. And so he said the next day, Diddy was like, nigga, was you high? Because Diddy didn't know that he had went into the purse and popped the Barack Obama. So
crazy.
Diddy said, they said, did you stay all night? Were you there for were you there for the freak off when you got high? Like, did you get involved in the freak offs and stuff? And he said, well, no. And this is some real, now this is real. And I know we all can relate to this. He said, well, no, I didn't do that. He said, I left. They said, well, why did you leave? He said, well, I left because I was off of work. And I knew if I would have stayed there longer, Mr. Combs would have needed me. He would have forgot that I was off of work, and he would have started giving me orders. And so because I didn't want to do any more work, and because I was off, and because I was high and I could not function like that, and I didn't want to have him keep giving me tasks, I went ahead and left and went home. Because if I'd have stayed, he would have put me to work. And I was off. And you know what? I couldn't even be mad at that, because you know what? I would have said, you know what? I'm going home too, because this nigga going, I'm too full for this. And I know he gonna ask me to start running errands, and I'm off. So I took my pill. I'm gonna call my girlfriend. I'm gonna call my whoever, and I'm out. Deuces. Peace. You know what I mean? I would have did that too. So the next day, Diddy's reviewing the footage. Remember, I told you guys that there's footage in the camp. There's and this is so smart too. This is just you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all. I mean, we may not like Diddy for the beating on Cassie. Can we just be real here? That's the only thing I'm not with.
Facts.
It's the beating and stomping and kicking on Cassie.
100%.
The baby oil and the freak off and the occasional.
Yeah, that's life.
I might be with it. With the freaky lights on the
nasty.
He
went
in a hotel room.
He
You
went
got the
Diddy.
camera guys out, and you know that's some rich and Sandro Perry and Ibiza, and you know, and at the London, and you know at the Ritz, and yeah. I'm not finna even hold you. I want to see what that kind of money feel like without the black eye. You know what I'm
Without
saying?
the black
And
guy.
the UTI.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to pause this for a second. He's basically saying, women, stop fronting. Y'all are all going for this ride too. Y'all are letting Usher put cherries in your mouth for $500, taking thotty pictures with Chris Brown for $750. So if a nigga asks you to eat a dude's butt out, you probably do it. Y'all are grouped out. It's just bottom line. It's just bottom line. This man should not be in jail for somebody being a groupie. You could say no.
But in the blood. But anyway, so so at the parties, Diddy would have people recording, you know, throughout the night for various reasons that I took. Number one, you just want to see what's going on. You want to get good footage. Number two, you want to see who's acting funny and what's going on because you probably so full, you don't really know what's going on. So you can go back and review the footage and see how foolish you look, how they look, and what you can use as blackmail if you need to. It's no shade. And so Diddy was reviewing the footage and saw him dancing and Diddy bopping and shucking and jiving and asked that Mike motherfucker, was he high? And he said, well, yes. He said, I didn't know that. But I'll just keep this footage in case I need it. So then the guy was like, he didn't like that because he felt like Diddy was blackmailing him, which he was. That was definitely a blackmail tactic. So he definitely did that. That was clear.
Yeah, I'm tight if you say that. I'm going to keep the footage just in case I need it. I'm like, you need it for what, my nigga?
Then there was an incident. They
Give me
asked
that
him,
tape,
well, have
man.
you ever, you know, stole anything from Mr. Combs? What happens when things go missing?
Oh, he got the security beat the shit out of you.
There was this one time where a Cartier bracelet went missing and I had to go through a security search. He said I had to take 2 lie detector tests.
What?
Anytime something would go missing, we'd have to take a lie detector test. And I wrote down
what?
Here, I'm not mad at the lie detector test. So Diddy had the man take a lie detector test.
Wow. That's too much. I can't rock
said, well,
with
why
niggas
did you
like
take
that.
the test? He said, well, I felt like I had to take the test because I had to keep my job. And it was a security, like the security was searching me. They went through all my stuff. Like, you don't tell these people no, they're trained professionals. This is what they're going to do. How are you going to tell the security guard that you're not going to do it? How are you going to tell Diddy that you're not going to take the test? I'm going to do it, especially if I didn't steal nothing.
Word.
So he took the test. He felt uncomfortable. And he didn't steal it. But when they were testing him, they was like, well, you really look nervous. Are you hiding something? Like, are you stealing from Diddy? Then he said, well, no, I didn't steal. Like, I didn't steal the watch, but I did, you know, take a bottle of Ciroc. And then sometimes when Mr. Combs would, you know, get, you know, boxes of, you know, jeans sent to him, I'd take a pair of the jeans before he knew that they were in there. So I guess I would steal a pair of pants every now and then I'd give Mr. Combs the box like, here's your shipment. Meanwhile, you done probably took off $800 pair of jeans. So he was over there stealing clothes and Ciroc bottles. So he was nervous to get caught because he was over there penny pinching off the denim and stealing the Ciroc as the deliveries came in.
Yo!
You okay?
Look at that, he's stealing the denim and the Ciroc.
So
it's nasty over there at Bad Boy Records, fam.
They said
niggas taking lie detector tests? That's crazy.
Roger Bonds was the security guard that was like making sure everything was watching everybody. KK, which is, you know, Diddy's like executive assistants, executive, marketing. She's really in with Diddy. They said that she had to take even her. She's still a part of his team now. I can't wait till they bring her in. But she had to take a lie detector test too before. But this makes sense though. They said that she had to take a lie detector test one time because I think she was carrying a bunch of like jewelry for him and in a little fanny pack or something. So she got jumped.
What?
And they stole all the jewelry.
Damn.
So now they started replacing like some of the jewelry in the wearables with cubic zirconium instead of like diamonds in the bags that she would carry. So the jewelry wouldn't be, the diamonds wouldn't be on an actual person getting transported because they seen a time where, okay, you work with Diddy, they jump her and they take her stuff and girl, it's hundreds of $1,000s worth of diamonds. But the whole tea was she had to take the lie detector test because Diddy wanted to make sure that she didn't set herself up for the heist. Does that make sense? So he wanted to make sure she didn't call Pooh and Ray Ray and say, meet me around 14th and Broadway, knock me over the head 2 or 3 times, and take $1 million worth of diamonds, and we'll split it on the back end when we hit it back to Brooklyn. She obviously passed the test.
Yo, this dude is wild, son.
So then we get into the story. Wow. Now we get into the story about Mel's Diner in Los Angeles. So D-Rock, which is one of the head of security over there with Diddy, and James, they go to Mel's Diner to pick up some food. So apparently they pulled into Mel's Diner, and D-Rock looked over and said, that's that mother Suge Knight.
Daniel Graham, what's goody?
Then I guess
Camden, New Jersey in the building.
I said, what's up, Nick? He said, what's up? He said, yeah, you know me as D-Rock. He said, no. He said, yeah, it's Biggie Boy. And Suge was like, okay. He said, what you doing in my city? And then D-Rock was like, shit, you know, nigga, just get my money, doing my shit, staying out the way, motherfucker. Then he said they went inside of Mel's
That's a
Diner.
fact, Harlem. D-Rock's still around.
4 black trucks popped up on each corner. Boom, 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 boom. Mel's Diner's all glass. So when you're inside of Mel's Diner, you can see what's going on the outside. 4 black trucks pull up. It's David James and it's D-Rock in Mel's Diner ordering whatever food. Suge Knight is outside. 4 niggas roll up in black trucks. And then they saw somebody pass a Yisto over to Suge Knight. So could you imagine the type of shit you would do in your drawers if you the assistant and you sitting there and you just trying to order, a hot wing and fries, and you see Suge Knight and 4 big black trucks and some niggas passing out Yistos, and you sitting there with just you and you the driver, and D-Rock looked out the window and was like, shit, we got to get the fuck out of here. So they didn't even get the food. They got the out of there. Now, they go back up into the Hollywood Hills. Drive up. Now, apparently, Cassie, he didn't really go into what happened, but I'm just assuming Diddy was out there, boxing Cassie up, uppercutting Cassie in the middle of the street while they were going to get food. Now, he didn't say that, but he said they was arguing. Now, we know what that means. When Cassie and Diddy arguing, it's probably an uppercut and an elbow with a drop kick. So that was all happening. He said they pulled up, and Diddy and Cassie were getting into it. And he told Diddy, I guess D-Rock told Diddy what was going on before they even got into the house. And Diddy said, oh, we going back. So Diddy didn't even go in the house. Cassie didn't go back down with them. Now that story gets so great because Cassie one time said she went with him. Then she said she didn't go with him. But this is all to prove that, Diddy is a dangerous person, right? But if you're following me, David, at this point now, has gotten drugs for people. David now has done drugs himself. He has been a part of, dropping stuff out at the hotel rooms. Now, David is in the car with Diddy as the driver. They was in like I forget what kind of car he said they was in. But then they get into a black truck. He's driving. D-Rock is in front. Diddy's in the back with 3 guns on his lap.
Damn.
They're apparently riding
Diddy
around
ready.
looking for Suge Knight. Yeah. As they said, so they went to Mel's Diner and they drove around and didn't see anybody anymore, so they went home. And this is all what he's saying from the prosecution. So he says, after that moment, he was scared as hell. Because that was the first time he ever felt like his life was in danger.
What?
And so he went to corporate and he went and basically said, I don't want to do this no more. They actually said, hey, do you want to just work on the Sean John side because you like fashion? Do you want to do that? He said, no, I just want out. So he quit working with Diddy in 2009 because it was just too much for him. Okay? It was too much. So that was what he told the prosecution. Now we're here for the defense to cross-examine and interrogate him more. So boom. They say, you didn't tell everything. You didn't tell the whole story. Did you? They told you. What did they tell you? What did the prosecution tell you? Is it true that the prosecution said, don't say anything that will incriminate you? He said, yeah, they told me don't say anything on the stand to incriminate myself. That's what David said to Diddy's defense in the cross-examination. January 10, 2024. Now they're going through everything that he said to the prosecution in his pre-interview before the trial. The defense says, you said you and D-Rock were inside the diner, right? David James said, I don't remember saying that. We never ate at that is inaccurate. He said, no, you said you were in the diner. You did say you. He said, no, I never said that. He said, even though there was a note taker there, you didn't say that? Like, look at this is where you said it. He said, well, that's an inaccurate note because I didn't say that. So what happened? He said, well, D-Rock said that's Suge Knight. And D-Rock said that's that mother Suge Knight. The defense said, well, where were you? He said, I was in the car driving. He said, are you aware? Were you aware of all these events? He was like, yes, I was aware. I was there. Then they said, were you doing drugs? He said,
they always
no,
ask that. Are you on drugs?
Said, so your mind was clear.
It's
he
crazy.
Said, yes, my mind was very clear. I mean, he said, yeah, I smoke weed here and there, but I mean, I wasn't smoking on the job, And he said, I mean, I couldn't really smoke working 20 hours a day, 20 hours a week, whatever. I can't be sitting here just high like that, So my mind was as clear as it was going to be for working 20 hours for the day. Shit. And so.
That's a fact, Don Coop. Violated him.
I wrote at this point, the defense is trying to find a hole in James' story. They said, did you leave D-Rock at the diner? And he kept saying this. Apparently, somehow the defense keeps alluding to the fact that James left D-Rock at the diner. I'm just like trying to figure out why that was a thing. But to me, it felt like he was pushing. But James was like, very like, that's not true. That I was there. Like, y'all not gonna, I don't know if you guys are just trying to really sell this or trying to find a loophole to discredit me. However, it's not gonna work. And I'm not gonna crack because I know I'm not lying. When you know you're not lying and somebody else is trying to make it seem like you lying and you know that you're not lying. It's like, I don't care what you're talking about because that didn't happen. That's kind of what James was giving. Like, you can be as dramatic and sensational all you want, but that didn't happen. So it is what it is. James said, and then James started laughing. They said, well, why are you laughing? He said, because why would I leave D-Rock at the diner with Suge Knight and 4 guys with guns That's a dumb question, and it doesn't make sense. And they were saying, and the defense was saying, well, that's what I want to know.
All right, y'all, that's enough for him. Ahmad was cooking this morning. I ain't gonna lie. Now, let me tell you why I like watching him. I like watching him because he's there. I never knew about this guy until this case. He's been out there for a long time. Shout out to him. That's a fact. I mean, he covers stuff like this. He had other day alive, he had like 4 zesty dudes on there with him. They had their shirts off with baby oil on. So he's really interested into that baby oil stuff. Shout out to him. That's crazy. All right, last thing before we get out of here. I wanted to show y'all this. Jadakiss, right? Jadakiss talks about him being in the studio with Biggie and DMX doing all their hits. So we'll listen to that and then we'll get out of here. Let me see if I can find it. I'm pretty sure I did put it on there. That's weird. Oh, I don't think it uploaded, y'all, so I don't know if I have it. Let me see. We're going to hold y'all too long. We rocked out this morning. Nah, I didn't make it. All right, cool. Let me see. Let me check one more time. Let me see if it's in my archives. Let me see if I have it, because I did want to show y'all that, because that's cool. I did like that. Nah, I didn't get it. I didn't download it. Okay, it's cool. All right, so I'll see y'all on Friday, Freaky Friday. Check out the reels on the platform all day. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Shout out to Facebook. Facebook, I love y'all. Y'all making it happen over there. That's a fact. Facebook is rocking the hardest. I ain't gonna front to y'all. That's a fact. But we got to run this show through a main platform. So we run it through YouTube, and we have it live also on Rumble, and we have it live on Facebook also. And the show will be on Spotify in a couple of hours. All right? So I'll see you guys on Friday. Shout out to the chat. I love y'all. Y'all keep this moving for me. I never knew DMX knew Big. Yeah. Definitely. I didn't know that neither. I didn't know DMX knew Big too. That was crazy. Yeah, I wanted y'all to hear that, man. I definitely did. It was crazy. All right, y'all. So I'll see y'all on Friday. And you know what? On Friday, if you go check out the page, I'll put that clip with Jadakiss up. All right? All right, I'll see y'all later. Have a good afternoon, too, y'all. I forgot to tell y'all that. That's a fact. I never say that. Have a good afternoon, man. And finish off your day. And, it will be all over. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. I'll see y'all later.
Welcome to the VIP section.
J baby, y'all. 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 J baby, y'all.
J, baby, y'all. J, baby, y'all. J, baby, y'all. J, baby, y'all. J, baby, y'all.
The vibes. Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on, if you like all the hip-hop and the sports news, and you like everything that Shay Baby's bringing to the table. Make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibes.